Hello there, everyone. Okay, I've got an interesting, well, I say an interesting way. I've got a way of starting today's stream because we're going straight into GA, but I want to just show this off. So let's just go here, or here even, there we go. So this is my last two seasons in GAC. 5v5 season, I went 4 and 5. We're currently 2 and 4 in 3v3. So across the two, we are 6 and 9. So I feel like I need a good week. I have not had a good week of GAC for some time. I mean, when you think a 2 and 1 is my best, I'm not saying I need a 3-0 to be good, but I feel like I've had more 1-2s than 2-1s. So I feel like I at least need a 2-1 to sort of get this week feeling like the season's been better, like I'm actually gaining momentum again. But it's going to be tricky. I mean, last round was an absolute gut punch in terms of facing someone who was 15 million. I've just had a quick glance, and he is actually at the top of his bracket again in terms of GP. So that's despite this guy only beating me this season somehow. So yeah, I feel like I was suckered in a bit there, which is unfortunate. But yeah, we want to try and improve on this record in particular. So with that in mind, this round, we're up against Otomeshiaman. That's a fun name to try and say. Their GP is 14.5 million. I'm 13.2, so they are ahead of me. They've got more Zetas. I'm on 357, they're on 424. Omicrons were both on 59. GL's the one ahead of me. I'm assuming they've got Ahsoka. Ralix 277 to 300, so a bit ahead. Break down the Ralix some more. The 5 ahead on me in the Rallic 9s, 17 to 22. They're ahead of me 24 on the Rallic 8s, 20 to 44. Rallic 7s, they're ahead, 97 to 137. And I'm ahead on the 5s, but by that point, that's kind of expected. So, mods. Alright, we've got an advantage here. 118 to 35 on the 25s. 361 to 182 on the 20s. And 539 to 582 on the 15s. Not great, but still, we got the first two to keep us going. Datacrons, we're behind. Okay. The modding looks very suspect. Offense set on Love Vader is very odd. The speed set on Sia is odd. So yeah, you know, we're talking just like, even if they've got the stats, that still is odd. Like, why would you have a speed set when he wants health? So yeah, I don't get that. Yeah, based on these, I think they don't farm mods that much. They've got like a sugar ton of health sets, and I think they're just applying them wherever they can. So yeah, that is a lot of health mods. I bet if there was a filter searching for health mods, they would be the majority here. So yeah, that's a bit crazy to see, to be honest. Given the due, that's a very fast Master Qui-Gon 363. I don't think I've ever seen one that quick. Darth Revan, yeah, Maul, Phasma. Alright, I mean, TW may make sense, I guess. Only a little bit, she's not that relevant, but still, it's something. Okay, I'm not crazy about any of those, but it's still interesting. So, this is what we're expecting here. Let's just bring it into full focus. So, we're expecting, we've got a Raver. We've got Raver, Grand Inquisitor, and 9th Sister with the 9th Sister Datacron. Just to clarify, it is the good level 6. We've got a Caloran back with Jocasta and Shakti this time. Alright, that's different. They've got Terminator to begin, so that's going to be something to contend with. We've got Ray, Scavray, Ben with the Scavray level 9. Okay, some interesting levels, and they got a lot of crit damage there, to the credit. Gungans with Tarpals and Jaja. That's the protection up, which is not that big because they don't have a big health pool, so it's not the biggest of things they could have, although you still got to whittle through it. And then Qui-Gon with Anakin and Kiadi. Again, nothing too crazy there. South Wall, we've got 2nd Sister, 7th Sister, and 5th Brother. That should be relatively easy to take down. Again, it's a good level 6, but and to a credit, 2nd Sister's level 9 is good. But yeah, nothing too crazy again. We've got Finzori Rose with the Rose level 9 and stuns on special. We've got Lord Vader with Apo and CX2. Loads of crit damage, fair play. We've got Saul, Kyle, and Lucen with protection up, turn meter, and that one. Actually, no, they don't matter, so ignore them. And we've got Slacker with crew. Okay. It's a good level 6. Okay. So we know what we got. We've got a face. We're going to stick with... Can I drag and drop there? I can't remember. Either way, we'll do that. We've got... Ufu's put Ben on there. We've got 3 GLs. So Lord Vader, that's going to be Bo-Katan. There she is. And the level 3. There it is. All right, then we got Slacker. Now, I'm thinking we do a mirror with that because... I'm thinking it, but do we do it? I feel like JMK would be a slight risk. Well, it's a good level 6, but Kylo Ren level 9 is doing nothing. The level 3 does nothing. Maybe JMK can do it. The damage immunity at the beginning is rough, but it gives us time to build up an ult charge. They can ignore taunt, I think. Actually, no, they can't. It's only FOTP who can allow that, although I need a reminder. Can Drake... I think Drake's got taunt ignore, hasn't she? I think it's in her Omicron. First or allies with advantage ignore taunt effects on the turn, yeah. So... I'm actually wondering if JML could do it. Like, I'm just penciling it in for now. I could definitely see his influence waning. We were faster than Slacker as well, if I recall correctly. .575, 561. Okay, maybe not. You see, I don't want to do the mirror because I feel like that's just got a bit of gambling in it. I feel like it's not so much gambling on this, but what's at the back. Now, I know we've got Leia, Jabba, CJK. We've got a lot for that back, so maybe I'm being overly cautious. Also, another little point that's just occurred to me. I've put this here, but I could really do with a Raver counter. That has thrown me. I wonder if Balin could take down Raver. Maybe without the Datacron. And maybe in 5s as well if you got Hondo. Doesn't solve the problem now, but it's just keeping it up there. Maybe C. Bane could do that. Maybe not. Oh, maybe he could do that, actually, C. Bane. Go on, we'll try that. And I'm going to pencil in the First Order team. We're matched to level 6. Granted, I've also got a dud level 9 and level 3, but it's something. Sorry, just a text. Need to reply. Okay, so let's just work this one out. Balin, I feel pretty safe could do this. Gungans. I'm going to pencil in the Great Mothers on the off chance that we don't need them for an Ahsoka. If that changes, we can always adjust. Caloran, I feel, would be suited to Sith Empire. If we, even though I've put that in, it's more likely to include Darth Revan. Can I have Dark Side Crons, please? Thank you. Maybe we go with that. Finzori. Ooh. Maybe Treya can do that? Punch the attacks out of turn? And I know I've got something with Crit Avoid on the Cron. There we go. Second sister, seventh sister, fifth brother. I feel like that one doesn't require anything too heavy. I'm wondering if we could get away with EP Mara there. Let me have another check at this guy's roster. Yeah, Grand is fast, but 7th is not in that top bracket. I mean, I will just do my due diligence while I'm planning. Filters, Inquisitorius, sort by speed. 307, so we're faster than 7th. Okay. So yeah, I think we go EP Mara there. And Dark Side. Let's just pop that one on, I guess. Alright, and that just leaves Qui-Gon here, and I'm thinking for Qui-Gon, let's use Gungans. And like a lot of these can change if things need to change, but right now it's just there. Sort by protection if we can. Let's got a bit of protection, let's go for it. Okay. Again, I'm putting Datacrons on. If the battle order demands them, we can move things around. So remove that. Reset filters. We've got a plan. So let's start using it. I'm going to drag this over here so that I can actually keep an eye on it. There we go. I can actually shrink it there. Not effectively. Alright, I'm doing that, and I think I might as well just leave it here. Okay, so let's go into the actual board. Let's start with that EP Mare. I feel like that's an interesting one. At least in terms of how often we get to use these characters at the moment. So, what Kron did I say here? It was a level 3 with Tenacity and Protection. There we go. When they're dispelled. Okay, so probably won't happen that much. Okay, so let's try and land a stun there. Nice. Okay. Let's do that just to get the daze so that he's not constantly countering. And say Fracture the one that's actually out there. There we go, that's not bad. Let's pass that to Mara because she's got damage on her. Base it. Come on, I need a... There we go, that's what I needed. You gotta love some old teams like this. Alright, good way to start the round, 67. Granted, it was a very vanilla team, but still, it's just nice to see it playing the way you want. Okay, let's go to Treya, I guess. Very rare I go this way as far as going for the lighter teams, but why not? Now, I'm sure the one I picked had Crit Avoid on it. There we go. Let's isolate, put that there. Let's drain. Affects one of them. I think this was the right call in terms of Treya will just help them dispel, so it should be less effective what they're doing with the level 6. The only concerning point would be if they've got damage to knock me out, but hopefully SWGOH can stand tall. Right, bye-bye Rose. Sucky suck suck. Cooldown's increased. Alright, bit of a shame she stealths. She's out in the open again. Bye-bye. Sucky suck suck suck. Boink. 57. Good start. Alright, Bo-Katan against Lord Vader. Let's start the ones that are going to nick banners, because this is, what, 54? Assuming no mistakes. Go on, let's dispel on Agi himself. I don't mind doing armor shred there. Okay, go on, poop. Pull in Bo. Bit of blind on the others doesn't hurt. Doesn't help against Lord Vader, but not what I'm thinking of here. Alright, bird time. Oh, lovely. Oh, I can't target CX2. Doink. Should be able to now, though. Can we... Is this a heal? Yeah, recover health equal to 30%. There we go. So let's do that on Bam. Sweet. 54. As predicted, but that's fine. You kind of account for losses like that when you're doing a certain counter. Alright, Balin. Fingers crossed this is a good banner score. Okay, let's just drop that. The Full of Doubt, that's what we like to see. Let's just go for the Rebel Trooper again. Ooh, Luthen took a nice big hit there. Let's call him Marok. Just being a bit resilient then. Not a fan. There we go. 57. And then this is the one I wasn't looking forward to, as you heard me say, so let's just get this one over with. Can I just say that's quite awkward that we've got two different kinds of Kylo, as it were. Alright, First Order level 6. Hook should prevent any turn meter shenanigans, that's why I brought him in. And we can both ignore taunt, so it doesn't really matter about crew. Let's just do that for now. Right, I don't think we can kill Slacker right... Oh, we can kill Slacker right now. Hey! Alright, bye-bye. It was me thinking that was going to be difficult. 57. Okay. Alright, that was fun. Let's see what the battle was. Actually, I'll tell you what. Here we go. We've got Maz with Athana and Smee. Ewoks. Mace. Tarkin. And Quadme. Alright. Give me 1 second. Okay, so is there anything I want to switch? My normal Quadme counter would be Bane in this situation, so that's screwed a little bit. I'm wondering if I can afford to switch something to Rey so that Seer can do Raver. Let's get on the board. And so there's one Omicron there, so potentially Wampa can do that. There isn't an Omicron on Temple Guard, so we're not going to be isolated there. Sorry, captive. Saying that, I've got more options here, so I don't necessarily need to move things to accommodate. If that works, I might be fine. I mean, we could do... Let's just map this out again. We could do Wampa on that. JMK could do that. Raver, I'm assuming, could do Mace, at least in the current format. Ewoks could be overkilled by pretty much anything. I mean, I'm actually overflowing a bit with units, so I don't need to underkill anything. Which makes me think, do I do that? Because I like Seeron Ray for the banners. Well, not for the banners, but for the consistency, should I say. I could always do Leia there, I guess. Do Leia there. We could move... We can move Seer to the ear. Then we do... Bane Sass there. And honestly, at this point, it's ridiculously overkill. I mean, I can do... I've got 4 GLs. Oh god, this genuinely feels bad in the sense that I'm like, come on, I could do with the GL using GLs just to overkill things. Maybe we go overkill here rather than chancing that. Like maybe we do JMK there. That would be the 9th Cron. Do Jabba there, I guess? Or do probably Jabba's safer there, isn't he? And so that leaves JML here. Please, you know, JML's dealing with Ewoks. I mean, I don't like leaving JML, but I'm thinking surely it's better just doing C. Surely. Alright, let's see how these go, eh? So shall we start on Ray? Just make sure this goes smoothly. I feel like this is a lesson that I need to put more on defense, but you have rounds like last round and you're thinking, I need things on offense, and then you have rounds like this where it's like, I'm swimming in tunes. Can you give me more to do? Alright, let's give that to Drogon. Let's do that for damage immunity. Can I one-shot Scab Ray? Lovely. We will go that way. A stun is very welcome. Ooh. Okay. We will put that there just in case she decides to do any of those little shenanigans again. Can we get a stun on Ben? Nice. No damage immunity, that's fine. Damage immunity there, though. Okay, I could have dealt with that better. Let's just get rid of ban. And we're not going to get max banners here, but it should be a win. Yeah, 56. Alright, I feel a lot more confident now, so let's go for Seer. There's Ben. Okay, rock time. Dispel. We got 83 stacks of madness. Wow. Bye bye to Raver. Lovely. 57. Deathmark didn't come into play, thankfully. Okay, so for this, I'm hoping we can do a 2-man. I'm hoping. Yeah, I can get a leap out straight away. There we go. I mean, it's true, these two can hit me, but between them, they're wet noodles. So as long as I maintain my banners, I should be okay. Well, I say maintain, as long as I watch my banners. Go on, we'll do that. Bit banner recovery, if anything. Yeah, pass that to JMK. We can do our ult. Sweet. Call Cat to assist there, get some hits in. Protection up is really doing us a favour here. Okay, Caloran's back to 100%. And 58. Cool. Great mothers. This is definitely a battle I didn't need a Datacron for, but why not? And I think we do that. I can't remember. I don't think it matters too much. We could probably full auto it, but I'd rather not take chances. I was thinking maybe it would help Morgan survive, but I don't think it really does. Right, bow down. Right, DI is not fun, but we should dispel. Yeah, let's Doom Jar Jar. Just get rid of the shield so that it's not a problemo. And bye-bye Jar Jar. Yeah, I think that's in the category of battles where you kind of need to write a written report if you fail it. Okay, Gungans versus Qui-Gon. Yeah, let's just go in on Qui-Gon. Anakin goes. Let's call him Boss. Go on, we'll throw the boomers, but I don't think they do anything. Oh, they did actually. My bad. Should be another assist. There we go. There we go. 57. Right, I feel like I've been averaging quite high, so I'm feeling good. Batwall. Okay. Let's start with Raver here, I guess. Okay, I don't mind doing that just to get the turn meter going. Oh, lovely. $57. Not even a contest. Okay, next up, let's go for Wampa on Tarkin, I guess. I mean, there's a bit of me thinking I shouldn't do this because why risk it? But yeah, I think I'll trust Wampa. Maybe it's misplaced trust. Alright, roll. Roll. Okay, 1 down. 2 down. 3 down. 58, cool. Beefs with this up.
We have a supporter. Thank you for supporting JJ's Productions. Thank you.
Thank you very much. How you doing, Beef? We're just knocking out a GAC. It's going very, very smoothly. It must be sad. We got Bane. Where's some sass? Give me something sassy. There's some sassy. Nice, man. Nice. There we go. All right. We'll knock this one out. Okay. That could have been better. Yeah, we lose sass. Okay. Okay, I'm Maiden down. Is it bad? But I kind of wish Amidala had another go there. Yeah, she's going to resummon surely. There she goes. There we go, 55. Bit of a banner drop, but I feel like we've made up for it recently. And so we got a 58 there. We got a 58 up there. So yeah, I feel like we've made up for the 55 there. All right, we got C here. You know what, right? I'm going to be a little bit ballsy. I'm going to go just C. I hope I don't regret this because I know there's a decent level 9 in the sense there, but let me just see if C solo can do Ewoks. I mean, I'm thinking we link Chirper and Nisa. You absolutely loathe banner pinching? I apologise, Romeo. I apologise. I have had a lot of losses lately, so I'm taking every banner I can get. I need a win. My crystal income's dropped. You know what? Should have focused on Alda then. There we go. Okay. I mean, to be honest, right, it's not something I relish, but I don't mind it in the sense of, you know, it's just part of the game, isn't it? Sorry, Alda. No one to revive, pal. 59. I love my murder bears, but that was pretty bad. And then Jabber on these. And I have not used JML. That feels filthy. Okay, I'm going to do that first of all, because I think that's probably the better way to get the foresight off. No, that wasn't a misplay on the AI's part. I was waiting it up in my head then what that ability does. The other one with the mass assist, isn't it? Sorry, I've only seen Maz a handful of times, so I'm still getting the angle of what she does. There we go, that's the mass assist, but still can't do it. Alright. Let's throw a grenade there at them. Go on, let's blind her. I mean, I'm not one to speak about spectacles, but you know, blind seems apt. Taking a long time to get this contract, though. Well, I say that just in the sense I'm open to get an ult, but I doubt we'll get it at this point. Far too many thermals. Oh, hang on, there was a revive. Not an impactful one, but there was a revive. 57. Okay. Character walls all done. What have we got to face? Home one, we've got Radis, and we've got Malevolence. Okay. I think we try Prof here, then it's Executor and Radis? I don't know for sure, I'll be honest. I've not faced that many of them, but I would assume this is enough. It's just going to be a very tough opening. Yeah, so there's B-Wing. They get their ult, and they go bananas. Oh, hang on, they don't, do they? Because we prevent it. Hey, alright. You know what? Let's do that just to try and get B-Wing out of the equation. Yeah, you called me out on it before it happened. I knew there was a reason I went for Prof, but I forgot about it as I was in the battle. Smack that. Sweet. Yeah, let's just keep going. Oh, okay, now that's not nice in the sense that the harm basic evaded. Okay, sweet, that's gone. Okay, yeah, I really likes the Raven's Claw basic. Not basic, special. Yeah, I probably did. I mean, banner pinching versus just playing it safe, I don't mind. I'm hoping I've already set a challenge on offense in terms of how I've played my character battles. So, one banner dropped for bringing a ship, hopefully it doesn't matter. Hopefully. When I was looking at the defense, I did think this guy left a fair bit for himself on offense, so there is a chance he'll clear me quite easily. But again, he's got to be efficient. Alright, bounty hunters. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. This could be slightly different than last time. Last time being I did this lineup and it worked quite well, but with Spy starting, maybe it's... well, Spy and Soldier, it could be different. Right, that's interesting. They did cleanse Spy, right? Okay, we're all fine in terms of no mass assist there, or at least no more. We get that for the Retribution. Bit of Breach as well to boot. Some fact that is kind of annoying. Let's get the banners back there. Get rid of a hyena. Okay, again, that's kind of annoying for banners. I don't think I've got the capability to loop around. No. Okay. So we lose a few on Xanadu and Punishing One. 74. Yeah, they're the two that... well, I haven't got Executrix on offense, to be fair, but I've got 3 pretty heavy-hitting fleets, so I figured I might as well use them. Oh, Executors. Sorry, I didn't know you meant it that way. But yeah, I can kind of get that. I think for myself, resistance is a guarantee. Well, I'll say guaranteed. It's about 71, is it? I suppose it all depends if you get lucky and it doesn't. Your Star Fortress doesn't die. I feel like my Star Fortress always dies to the Buzz Droids. But saying that, we didn't have them at the start, so maybe that would have increased the probability of good banners. Yeah, valid point there, I guess. Okay, that's down. I can't stealth it, but I'm sure I can buff it up a bit. Okay, well, banner drops on Plo, 2 on Y-Wing, 73. 74 if I'd have done Chimera, so it's not terrible, but 28.5, that's pretty damn good banners. So I'm happy with that. Okay, I think I've set a healthy target, let's say that. So, yeah. I feel like they've got an interesting pair of walls to take down. I mean, I think one of the things as well that will play in my advantage, if you like, or play to my strengths is the fact that I've got good speeds on my side. By comparison, they didn't. So when I've got things like 25% Termite Crons there, they're going to have a little bit of difficulty, because even if they've got the Cron to match, they haven't got the speed to match. So things like that could play a part, but then again, they might just be able to overkill things. So yeah, I'm not taking anything for granted. Still, I think it's set up quite well. Alright, what time are we on? 10 past 2. So, I should be able to hop over to Crimson. Just checking there's nothing else here. We did that. Oh, hang on, I did most of that. I didn't do this. Just dawned on me. Okay. I meant to do that last night and I completely forgot to do it. Eh, not bad. I've got 3k for it. And what's this for? Castle Run. Okay. Where am I in fleet? 10th. I'll come back and do it. Okay. Let's close that. Let's get Crimson on. Okay, so it was pointed out that... Well, I say pointed out. It's worth pointing out that Crimson didn't do GAC last week. So, yeah, I'm a little bit stagnant at the moment. Feels like it's been a very quiet time here. I think I've got everything. There we go. Okay, so let's hop in. Round 1. We're up against Joshua. I give you full props for that name, because if anyone pronounced my name like that, I would be cringing a bit inside. I go Joshua, not Joshua. It just sounds like someone trying to be posh. Like, oh, you're Joshua. Ho, 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 ho. Okay, so let's show you the full screen and what they've got. Here we go. So we are Clone Force 99. I'm going to be disappointed they haven't got the Bad Batch build. GP 12.1 to 13, so nice to see. Not they're not a million miles ahead, but they're not too far beyond, too close either. 326 to 339 Zetas, so again 13 difference, not the biggest. And 1 GA Omicron ahead. GLs I am 2 behind. I'm assuming that's Leia and Ahsoka. Ralix 205 to 266, fair enough. Do a breakdown. 9 to 14 on the Rallic 9s. 16 to 38 on the Rallic 8s. 90 to 73 on the 7s. And 63 to 99 on the 5s. Yeah, that's pretty rough on 3 of those scores. And they're beating me on the mod scores as well. 67 to 71 on the 25 pluses. 254 to 286 on the 20s. and 431 to 555 on the 15s. Both got the same number of Datacrons, approximately. Still someone without full health sets on C. That's unusual. Okay, they've got the Bad Batch worked on, at least. I'm not talking about myself here, by the way, just to be clear. I know mine suck, but with someone called a friend of the guild, We Are Clone Force 99, I kind of expect them to have Bad Batch. Okay, nothing too crazy there. Although they've got Morgan Omicron, so I did kind of skim over that. Okay. Echo's the fastest. I like to see that. Mine is faster. I'm actually surprised that. I didn't realize I've modded mine so fast. Thrawn, Gideon, Grief. Okay. I'm surprised Bosk isn't up here. Grief is. Sabine's fast. Cat, Revan, Great Mothers, Seventh, and Revan. Okay. Some interesting options there. I don't think I've looked at my mods because a few of these surprised me. I'm surprised Mara's so fast. I'm a little surprised Piet's fast. Yeah, and I'm surprised Stapp and First Order Officer are so quick. So I think I need to do a remod on Crimson. Anyway, this is what we're facing here. We're facing Malgus Talon and Sith Marauder. We're facing Revan, Malak, Bastila. Ray, Ben, Cal with the Ray level 9. And the good level 6 for that matter. We've got Quadme, no Datacron. And Saw, Luthen, and Biston with no Datacron. South Wall, we got Love Vader with Apo and CX2. Nothing too crazy on the Cron. Got Balin with the Marok level 9 and a good level 6. We've got Raver with Grand and 7th and a Raver level 9 with the good level 6. So we haven't got 9th Sister to deal with. We've got Jabba, Bush, and Chrysanthemum with a bonus turn level 6 and a revive for Stormtrooper. And we've got Leia, R2, and Drogon. Okay, that's a little tricky. Alright, I haven't got preset squads here, so I'm going to have to make this up as I go along, I think. I was thinking for Balin, we just stick to a classic in terms of we go Hut Cartel. I'm not going to do Datacrons here. I think it's just going to take too much time. For Lord Vader, we're going to do Bam. I'm pretty sure I got the level 3 here. It's only a week and I'm forgetting. I'm going to take a chance that Bane can do this without the 9th Sister Cron. I do think it might be a risk still because that level 6 is quite good. But I'm hoping we can cope. Jabba. I think I have Galactic Republic available. Let me just check. Have I got resistance on defense? Yeah, so it hides Ray. Just double checking I have got the idea of how this works in my head, right? So, do I have Queen Amidala available? Yes. So we'll do that here. And then Leia. You see, this is the thing. Ideally, I'd want to do Bane on Leia. Maybe I can do Slacker. Again, Leia can ignore taunt, so I might as well just bring in hooks. This means here we can do Ufus. That had been a thought, yeah. I could always do JML on Balin. Oh, hang on. We want Revan, I think. Or do we? No, we don't want Revan. We're okay with that. I'm laughing for the simple fact that I've got a very bad thing when it comes to temptation. I find it hard not to press the button. I'm going to have to hold back a little bit. Alright, Sith. Let's go these two here, I guess. No GA Army on Saw anyway. What else have I got? I've got a lot. Maybe Trey could do that? Revan. Maybe that's where I use Grand. Do I have a... Yeah, I've got a 9 Sisterchron, so we'll apply that there. Just for remind me. There we go. And then Malgus... See? I mean, there is one ability block there, but I could possibly get away with just C solo. But yeah, that's a rough outline. I've still got JMK. The rough bit is if Ahsoka's at the back, I may need to use C on it. And if it's Ahsoka with Ezra, I would need to do C Bane. So that would then demand 2 counters. So I could then do Kenobi on Quadme, sorry. But I don't know exactly what I would do against Malgus. Just looking at the tunes I've got available, and nothing's like screaming out at me saying, oh yeah, that would beat Malgus. I have a think on that one. I think the teams here are kind of solid in terms of what we need. Alright, so let's get him. Let's start with Quadme. Not a lot of Datacrons to choose from here, sadly. We've got max health, but honestly, I think we just go without. This feels like a solid enough counter that I don't feel like I need to waste a cron, as it were. Again, this is where Relic Delta is going to screw things, because my feeling that this is a solid counter is going to go away soon. I repeat what I've said about Delta. You know, I get the problem, and I actually respect that they're trying to find a solution for it, but I just think the damage could be very awkward to deal with, at least without an ability to increase your relics more easily. Right, let's try that. Okay, she's in the yellow. Okay, cool. Okay, so Chrysanthemum comes back. We do a basic. Daze feels good on Jabba. Yeah. Lose a banner on Master Qui-Gon, 66. So essentially, it's alright, I'm just trying to work this out. So say you're doing 100k damage now and receiving 100k damage. You're essentially saying it'd be okay if you're dealing 90k and receiving 110. I can understand that. I think it is where the margins will become clearer for sure, because for a long time I've stood by the argument that you don't tend to feel Relic 9 or Relic 8 that much. You know, maybe it's because you tend to use Relic 7s against it, but I think Delta would make Relics more noticeable. But again, it's where I do reiterate the idea that they kind of need to give you access to higher Relics, just so that you can bridge that gap, because I know for myself, I've been trying to keep a mental log of what battles I'm doing that would be affected by it, and there are quite a lot where you think, right, this just wouldn't be possible. Oh yeah, for sure, it definitely will. Which is why I feel like they do need to increase the gate on Relics a bit. You know, it wouldn't be fair if something that was always a solid counter is now like that. Yeah, I'm hoping. I mean, it's that line of how much do you think they'll do it and how much do you think they won't do it? Because the thing is, if they did open it up wide, you know, and said, right, have at it, have all the Relics you want, and then they bring in 10, which is a bit slow, that would actually be feasible, because then there's still going to be a Relic difference for a lot of toons if you could get them to 9 easier. But they could then do 11, 12, 13 Relic and make them harder. You know what I mean? They could be quicker with the cadence of Relic releases. But again, it's all speculative. Until these state what their intentions are, it's hard to gauge it. That's an option, yeah. I mean, it's been said for a while, but the guild store is not the best place, or the raid store is not the best place to get relic materials for sure. Yeah, don't cleanse, just throw. I'm hoping that's enough to blow him up. Yeah. Nope. Okay, he is down. And hopefully we can get... Well, we will get Chrysanthemum back now. Ooh. Come on, Chrysanthemum, I need you. I'm gonna say Jabba can't be death marked. Oh, never mind. I'm hoping I can blow her up. There we go. It won't help too much, but maybe I can get the ult and kill Raver. There we go. Messy banners. Oh, hang on. Oh, 51 was that. Okay. I raced in a bit too quick there. Okay, let's get this one out of the way. Yeah, let's go for that. I know protection up isn't protection. These aren't stats I desire, but I think that's just a cron I like. Just trying to remember what it is about the stuns just to reinforce why I don't do it. Whenever days are stunned, they dispel it and they recover health and protection. Okay. So, big no-no. Alright, there is damage immunity in play. Cool. Let's go there. We'll put the counter chance there. Or counter chance, the retribution. Go on, give that to JML. I can't really recover banners, but 55, it's bailing down. Bo-Katan. I was just thinking, where's my Rolocron? I was going to say, this is a bit of a messy start. Alright, we're not in poop stance, so I'm going to hold the mass assist on the mass assist. Let's cleanse that off Bo, because I don't like the idea of her being the only one who's not protected and taking damage. Alright, let's go. 20 stacks. Come on, kill, kill, kill. No! Come on, all in. Get rid of the big bad Sith Lord. There we go. Alright, sweet. 54. To be expected. And last of all on this wall, Slacker. We've got a first order Cron. It's nothing too crazy, but it's something. Oh, hang on, I've just realised I never changed my camera angle. Alright, stun Drogon. And let's just hit R2. Why not? Did you think I was going to take a bonus turn and you thought you'd stop it? Oh, cheeky. Alright, we can't manipulate cooldowns, that's fair. Now, that should be a bonus turn. I'm surprised Ray didn't take a bonus turn. Yeah, they take a bonus turn. Just making sure I'm not misreading. 57. Alright, let's see what's at the back. I read Ahsoka, right? Great Mothers, Tarkin, Mace, and Gungans. Okay. So they need to be removed. Oh, hang on. No. Let's try that again. All right, I messed up there. Okay, they're all in there. So, what I meant to do was remove C from that, remove Bane and Vader from that. C Bane is needed for Ahsoka. There's just no other team I've got that can do it. Where's Bane? There he is. And I don't really have a OP Cron on here. I think I'd be inclined to go for the Wampa Cron of all things. It's just occurred to me I could have done Wampa on Jabba. Whoops. I could do Wampa there, but that... I don't know if that's worth it. Wampa can take sword. That would actually be very helpful. Yeah, we got the Cron. It's the only Crons I've got here, sadly. Right, Wampa. And Datacron. Wampa. Okay. So... that would mean Trey can then do... oh, I was going to say Quadme, but yeah, Trey could do that. Hello, Ada, how you doing? You're cold. I know what you mean. One of those days I didn't want to get out of bed. Yeah, I kind of know what you mean. I can do Kenobi. Yeah, it's just a cold day, isn't it? It's one of those days where you're just like, ugh. Who decided that I gotta get up today? Alright, how about we move this? We do Raver now here. We do Malgus here. Gungans. You see, I don't like that. Oh, that's annoying. I could do with splitting them. I could do with Revan, Bastila, Malak here. This is how they could get me in this round. Not on this account, no. Did I get Adrad's Cron? I think I have it, don't I? got that as a level 15. I'm wondering if that could potentially do something. I mean, it's a K2SO level 12, but I don't think you need it. I say that because I think my K2SO might be like gear 8 or something, maybe even lower. And then Tarkin. Yeah, we could Malgus that. We could do a soft Malgus team. Oh, that still means I haven't got... Oh, that, yeah, true. So yeah, that just leaves Raven. I've got Raven in my head. Gas. Gas was the last. At least to my knowledge. Maybe that? Gas is on defense. What you see here is what you get, pretty much. Let me have a quick look. What are their speeds? No Datacron. 336. 299. Maybe I could Imperial Trooper it. It would be a gamble because I know Imps do lose viability in 3s, but I do have the speed advantage. Might give it a go just to see, but it could be the one I lose the round on as well, so yeah, dicey. Mostly, yeah. I'm hoping they bring something out in the next year to lift them again, because I don't know if anyone else would agree, but they were kind of beating everything at one point. So, well, not everything, but most things. They were like everywhere on offense. So it was like, all right, they started bringing in things in kits to sort of negate it. Like, all right, if your enemy gains turn meter, then da-da-da-da-da. So I wouldn't be surprised if they don't bring something in soon that essentially has like a unpreventable turn meter gain or something. Okay, maybe that'd be a bit OP, because then JMK would be absolutely wrecked. But that kind of mechanic, you know what I mean? Something that would conditionally allow it. Alright, let's go here. C. Bane. Just occurred to me, would it be better doing Raver here? Because that could free up Bane. I can have a look. Attacking lead. Third. Yeah, it doesn't seem reliable. Go on, we'll stick with this, but... Ugh. I think that's all I need to say, really. Ugh. We'll go for that one. It's not a lot, but it is health. Crit avoid. Yeah, that was... I know in 5s I've done it. But the thing is, you have got more units, so you can actually... I mean, obviously you can take down the main 4 and then just 1 by 1 hit Ezra. So it's a bit better in 5s, where 3s I can see where it would be difficult. Alright, let's give this a go. I mean... Ahsoka gives me the EBGBs. One and 2, I guess. I've got no idea what the best team is for Ahsoka in 3s. Like, I'm assuming Ezra's in it, but that's about it. We got Ray from the Berm. Thank you very much. How you doing, Berm? And I would have thought Yang. Yeah, Jensen sometimes gets in there as well. Yang makes sense because it does help proc the contract, if I'm right. Well, I say the contract, the ult. Cheers for doing the shout out, Ada, as well. Hope you're doing alright, everyone from Berm Stream. We're just chilling for a moment, taking our time to get this ult popping off. Oh man. If it's any consolation, my last round on Monday, I was 15 mil versus my 12. It's safe to say I did lose by about 90 banners, but hey, it was an experience. And so I think we all have one of those rounds, don't we? Just where you think, why have the matchmaking gods forsaken me? Ah, you dropped too many. I mean, that's unfortunate, but I think it happens to the best of us, doesn't it? We've got 3 minutes on the clock. I can still take a bit of time. And I think I will relink in a minute, so I'm going to make sure Ahsoka's got a link on her. Need to start impacting her a bit. There we go, link Ahsoka, and we'll go for Ezra. Alright, we're at the 2 minute 30 point, give or take, so I'm going to ult. Can I? Nope. I can do that. Alright, let's full auto. I know this round I have been trying to be efficient. I mean, I say this round, I've done my main account, this is my free to play. And on both, I'm just trying to be as efficient as I can. I mean, it's not fun at times, but I've had a few too many losses of late, so I feel like I need to tighten up a bit. The worst bit is I haven't changed my defense this round, and I did mean to. So I feel like being efficient at least gives me the best chance. Alright, battle, 58 banners. That was okay. Okay. I've got no idea if Adrad can do this, but hopefully he's got a surprise on him. Yeah, my K2SO is what, gear 8? I mean, he would fill the condition. I could use the Datacron, but I think it's just better to lose that level 12, to be honest. Let me just reread the 12. It's... Inflict defense down and exposed for 2 turns on all enemies, which can't be evaded or resisted. When Adrad uses basic, he calls another random Rogue One ally to assist. Okay. So if K2SO was an ally, Adrad couldn't be just targeted straight out the gate, but... Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say it's half of the 15, but it's still a bit of it. It's not nice. Okay, shield down. Bye-bye. Thank you. Yeah, 56, that was pretty solid. I mean, I think Gungans used to struggle against him when they had a Crom before, so... Yeah, I wasn't too concerned about that in principle. Which to go for first, I guess? Let's do Darth Revan. Alright, who we dooming? Revan? There's never a nice choice for that, is there? Ooh. Yeah, we're going to suck, thank you. Thank you. I know it doesn't work in 5s, but I really do like being able to use Revan in this battle. It's like, it's not a throwback, but it feels a bit like one, you know, in the sense of it's a counter I wouldn't normally use otherwise. It's why I even appreciate this guy putting it on defense a little bit, because, you know, it's something I otherwise wouldn't see. Or wouldn't think to use. Alright, Traya. Alright, Traya is captive. Bit awkward because we are kind of stuck behind the Temple Guard until she's released. Okay, granted he's dropped the taunt, but I don't think that'll be for long. Alright, hang in there, Nihilus. There we go, captive's dropped. One cooldown increased. Come on, Traya, love. That's it. Get that Temple Guard isolated. I was going to say, Mace, feel free to weaken yourself. It does feel like a cheat sheet for Mace. Like, if you don't know what to do with him, essentially just ask the question, have you got a Sith? Right, he doesn't like Sith, use Sith. I know it isn't that straightforward. There's probably some Sith who he struggles against, but or he does well against, but it does feel like the general vibe for him, you know, just go with Sith. So I am kind of glad that they've done a lot of anti-Sith stuff with Hondo and Maz. It's like, alright, we aren't giving everything to the Sith. Oh yeah, of course. There's only so many. That mustn't have registered. All right, let's do that. 1, 2, 3. I didn't check speeds, but I'm going to just gamba. I think that's fine. Let's pass that there. Let's fracture you so you're not taunting. The stranger does look like he's going to be fun. I mean, I'm surprised they wanted to go for a Starkell lifter, but I'm not complaining either. It's just kind of baffling. Like, we did that bummed out about us using Starkiller with forgot his name, Sia Malikos. I mean, I've heard a few people saying that you might just throw Malikos in with them. Yeah, I mean, for sure, people have said that as well. It's got legs. I can see it happening. Yeah, let's go for that. Loads of armor pen. Yeah, I have built-in lightsabers. It's again, I get some of the criticisms of the Acolyte. I'm not making out like it was the best thing Star Wars has done in this era or anything ridiculous or hyperbolic, but it got a lot of hate I don't think it deserved. You know, there were some genuinely cool ideas in there. Exactly, I think that's the phrase I would use, overhated. Sometimes I just think it's the done thing. People just like to jump on a bandwagon. Okay, throw some rocks. Alright, we survived that whirlwind. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Not particularly happy here. Because we're looking a little bit low. There we go. Bad banners, 52, but we did survive. I didn't register that, but I'm pretty sure I got 57 because I was stalling. There we go. Yeah, again, as soon as I saw all that, or at least I heard about it, I was like, hey. It's like when the Force Awakens trailer came out and people were going on about Finn. I'm like, it's a new era of Star Wars. Like, literally, it's years after the original trilogy. It's like, it is possible there is a Black Stormtrooper. I don't know. For all we know, there was a Black Stormtrooper in the originals, but we never saw the face. I mean, it's unlikely, considering the original lore was that it was like the Nazis and they wouldn't have recruited black people, but still, it's plausible, if not probable. Yeah, I think that's a fair comment. Yeah, wasn't there a joke, though? Riddick, thank you for the follow.
Thank you for supporting JJ's Productions. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for the follow, Riddick. Wasn't there a joke in like Blue Harvest? Oh, not Blue Harvest. The other one for Empire Strikes Back. Was it something Dark Side? Where they went, where are we going? We're going to see the one black man in the galaxy. You know, and it was like, he was kind of that, wasn't he? You know, it wasn't right, but it was probably true at the time. Where's Saw? Let's go for Wampa. Yeah, I saw. Well, I had him on DVD at one point. I did get rid of the set though. I haven't watched Family Guy for a while now. I think there was a point when the jokes just got a little bit tired on me. Still though, the Star Wars specials were good. Return of the Jedi a little bit, but the other two were solid. And you could tell they were made with respect for Star Wars, you know. Yeah, it would have been interesting if they'd have done the prequels. We probably could have got more material out of the sequels, to be fair. Alright, let's save the Kron. Okay. I'm not entirely sure why I did it that way, but let's roll with it. Okay. Don't like that. I could have gone for the short ult, but considering I DI'd Kenobi, I thought I might as well hold it. I don't think it was a misplay, I just think it was a different way of doing it. I'm actually going to go there for a minute. Okay, that's not fun. Are we talking about this one? Queen Amidala? Come on. Okay. Not liking that. I'm assuming she's going to be near a leap. That's why I'm doing this. There we go. Leap. Gone. Yeah, so the Queen Amidala lineup is Padawan, Obi-Wan, and Master Qui-Gon. And then there's usually like an option for whoever you want in the 4th and 5th slot in 5s. I mean, I think I tend to go with Echo, Bad Batch Echo, and Yoda, or Shakti and Yoda. Cody does not have a home, no, sadly. I would like him to get a home, but there's no chance on the near horizon, let's say that. I'm leaving this a little bit too close to the end. Okay. I'm going full auto here because I think the AI will be able to get through the Handmaiden and Master Qui-Gon in time. Hopefully. No, Padme doesn't tend to go here. She tends to stay with JMK. And if it's 3, she probably leads. You know, she'll do something with Ahsoka and probably Mace, or... I know previous season I think it was General Kenobi because Mace was with Jedi Master Kenobi. It all depends what the meta is. Hey, we got through it. I'm a little bit wary at the time because I need to do my fleet climbs. Okay, Raver on Malgus. Hey, Perfect, how you doing? Things are good. Yep, we're on the free-to-play here at the moment, so that is a sign of how quickly we've gone, really. I mean, I can't see the time for the stream, but I'd imagine we haven't been on that long. Maybe an hour and a half? Can't ignore taunt. Can we get Malgus down? Oh, he came back for round 2. Just crossed 152. Cheers. I wasn't sure. Alright, bye-bye Malgus. $55. Not clean, but it was just it was a guaranteed win, essentially. Unlike this, which I don't particularly feel comfortable trying, but hopefully we get the good RNG. And I'll apply this Crom because why the hell not? Yeah, I'm not feeling good here. Ooh, one more would have been nice. Alright, we got him out. Okay, so we did lose it, but it got it into a better position considering Malik's gone. We can probably do something with Raven now. Yeah. I mean, it's still not good, just for the fact that you don't want to be losing a round like that, but I can take it. Git. 33, okay. One drop. What we got? Leviathan, Executor, Malevolence. Okay. I hate this. But I am pushed for time, so I need to try it. We don't AoE with Anakin straight away. We do stealth Anakin at the beginning. I need a refresher. It's been a hot minute since I did this. I need a cheat sheet for it, printing. If you could share it, Romeo, that'd be brilliant. Without. My Phantom and Lander were not that great. Well, I'll put it like this, I wouldn't trust him to deal damage. Might as well ask it just because I've seen a little hint at it there. Have any of you heard about this leak? Well, I say a leak, it wasn't a leak, it was a comment from Adam Driver saying that they were working on a Ben Solo film only for it to be binned by Disney. And I'm like, I'm amazed they binned it for the simple fact, you know, that would have been a very interesting project for, you know, like people would have been willing to watch it, I think. Maybe they'd have had to retool it so that it fit lore better, but I'm still amazed they just say out of the gate, no, we don't want this. I mean, like I say, I've heard about it, but well, I say I've heard about it. I thought Steven Soderbergh had actually confirmed it, like he commented on it. Oh, you whispered it, right. Let me get Twitch up. Here we go.
Keeping up with the latest tools and technology, and there's a lot of demand for them.
Okay, so oh, you bring Rex as well. Okay. 5's your special, the bomber, mace, target lock, move, marauder, hide, JKA, JK basics. Okay. Can I pop that out or anything? No, that's a bit of a shame. All right, I'm going to drag that over here then, just so I can actually refer to it while I'm in the battle. And I will bring them in just for argument's sake. Let's go. The format didn't come through, I don't think, but I can still see it. Okay, so 5 special on the bomber. Then target lock move. Yes, we do Anakin basic. And then I'd Anakin. Basic the bomber. Yeah, I think my turn order's a little out compared to the cheat sheet, but we'll just ride with it. Hey, we got dagger, cool. Okay, do we do that on Anakin? Is that healing immunity? Health down. So we could do that just to keep Ahsoka around. Alright, Hanger's gone, but we could reinforce with Plo to get the heals. We do this to get the Valor, don't we? Okay, cool. They reinforce dagger. I'm not expecting it, but if we can at least get into a cleanup territory a bit like he said, I'll take it. Let's just do that, I guess. Yeah, Anakin's gone. It's the foresight that's going to kill this one as a one-shot. There's the ult, but... I think home one's on defense, but like I say, we should have something. Okay. The main reason I wanted to go with that lineup, let me just shut that back down. It was so that I had got Prof Executor. Yeah, we've got a full view of the board now, haven't we, as well? Yeah, I feel like my turn order was a bit screwy there. I don't really know why it was so out of sync compared to what you sent me, but like I say, we got through it, so we got through it in a reasonably good way, so, you know, I'm fine with that. You know, if they were able to one-shot, then I wouldn't have been beneficial anyway. You know, we're dropping on Darth Revan. Just realised I'm going for the wrong ship. Yeah. I knew it had changed a little bit with that, but I wasn't too concerned either, just for the fact that, you know... I knew it was still possible, if not easy. Alright, let's go that. Sweet. It always makes me laugh when ships do that, as if say, I'm surviving, I'm surviving. I'm like, just go down. Stop trying to hang in there, just go. Die. And stop trying to shoot your own ship, Rogue One. I'm amazed they haven't tweaked that animation, a bit like I did with Darth Vader and... Oh, it's not Darth Vader, Lord Vader in the cutscene of Order 66. 76, alright. And then this we can do Radis. Ooh. I'm glad I saw that. Ooh. At least there's a taunt up right now. I don't want another turn. Raid just gains so much turn meter for some reason. It's crazy. Ugh. Alright, at least we got it down there. 71. And we can use Exec to clean this up. I mean, that was my first plan. I was going to do a triple attacker lineup, and I thought, do we? That might have been a one-shot, but with not having Mark 6 in reinforcements, I wasn't sure if it would work. All right. A few banners dropped on Xanadu, but clean up. 2024 final score. I mean, it could be beaten, but not much I can do about it. Well, I can't do anything about it, so fingers crossed it's enough. Hopefully there's a trip from my opponent. Alright. Well, that was an interesting Grand Arena. I felt like that one was a bit more interesting than my main, to be fair. I think my main was largely a formality. I mean, what did I get? 2081? I think that's probably one of the highest scores I've got in 3v3. So, yeah, I think it's going to be interesting. Right, full auto. Time we're on 23 minutes past 3. Yeah, this is the last week of 3v3. We've got 2 more rounds coming up, and then it's Conquest. Yay. I say it like that. I'm not actually that bummed about it. I feel like I've kind of got used to Conquest to a degree now. I think having a bigger roster has helped as well, but it's still like it's like a gloomy sight on the horizon. Even when I've had a bad week like last week, I can never say I hate 3v3, but I do find it very frustrating when we first start it again. It's where I do wish there was some form of 3v3 game mode that was PvE, just so that we could have a little practice in the off-season, you know what I mean? I know that feels like I'm baiting CG into doing like 3v3 territory battle nodes or something, but I don't know. I just feel like we don't get to utilize it in any other games or game modes. Like, I'm amazed they haven't done this in TW. I mean, again, guild officers would probably hate it, the idea of, oh god, now we've got to think about 3v3 TW, but it's just the thought there, isn't it? You know, I'm surprised they've never considered it. If that was possible, I think it would be a good option. I think if people could choose 3v3 or 5v5, it would be quite good. Yeah, I wouldn't say it was the power one for me, but I feel like my roster just expanded a bit, especially in my main, and it just made it a lot more easy to get through some of the feats. Like, take the one this time with bonus turns. We got the Gungans, and I'm like, I haven't got them on my free-to-play here, but on my main, one battle with the Gungans, that's done. Tuscans, dots, one battle done. You know, and it's not the biggest thing. Bonus turns aren't too hard to whittle down on here. You know, Darth Maul can do it, for instance, but it's not Darth Maul, sorry, Maul. The dots Lord Vader can do throughout the zone. But yeah, it's still a bit of a grind. Power probably helps a lot though for things like is it evasion down or evasion up we've got as a global, so you can just throw power in and he probably applies it. I don't feel like he actually impacted me a lot because I've got powers on this one. Where is he? There, yeah, I've got power here, and I don't feel like it helped too much last time. I mean, let's have a look. The inflicted with buff immunity and heal immunity. Whenever an ally uses a special ability, they inflict accuracy down, crit chance, crit damage, defense down, evasion down. That's the one that I'm sure there is one for that. I might be wrong. Speed down, stagger. I think I've seen somewhere before. Tenacity down. That's one I'm sure. Evasion up, I think, is one. So yeah, there's going to be a few. Oh yeah, for sure. If you're 4.8 mil, it will carry a lot. I completely agree there. I mean, I do have to look inward a little bit. You know, it's like this account here. I've got a few things, but I'm missing a few things. Like, they're the things I'm missing, really. And as lists go, it feels like a big list, even though it's not. Wonder why they didn't call him Khmer. Just a silly thought, but to my knowledge, he did name himself Khmer. Unless that was like a fake name, and we were all refer to him as Khmer because that's the one he gave. I mean, and his double identity of Khmer, right? I mean, just say was a Sith Lord. He was trained by Dark Lord at the Sith Darth Plagueis. I mean, that makes sense considering he was looking for an acolyte. Yeah, I'll admit, I got completely carried away then reading all this, but he was a very interesting character. I would like to see what happens to him. I don't know how they would do it, but you would think the idea of Plagueis being revealed at the end could be something they could pull out of somewhere. I'm gonna have to. I was going to say then I'll have to have a look at the series again, but it isn't that long ago I watched it. I was just reading some of that. I'm like, I don't actually remember some of this. Like, it was more a case I'd forgotten it. I like the idea though that he was smart enough to be able to mask himself from even the person he was training. You know. It definitely gave off that sneaky vibe. You know, it wasn't just duplicitous with his enemies, but with his allies, you know. But equally, that's where the ending of the Acolyte was interesting, because you got Khmer and OSHA was her name. You got them both on that planet. I can't remember what planet it was. You got Plagueis looking on, and you're thinking, right, so you're trying to take on an apprentice or an acolyte, but you got your master watching on from the distance. So it's like you're not exactly doing it in secret, unless Plagueis just happened to track him down and hide in a cave. So, yeah, they were definitely setting something up, and I feel like it warrants some form of follow-up somewhere, but makes me think if they could set another story in that era and just revisit it as a follow-up plotline. Wouldn't have to. You could just do it as like a maybe ground the story, but then introduce them as a end game villain. I don't know. Alright, full auto. You know, I'm bring this back up again for a minute. You know, I can't help but look at that and go, they obviously wanted to announce this at the time, and you think, Star Wars has got such a bad habit of doing it, haven't they? Like, why did they announce so many things and then it's like, oh yeah, by the way, we're cancelling that? I mean, I can't help but look at something like that, right? As the original Knights of the Republic is part of Star Wars Legends continuity, the remake is also considered as such at this time. Surely this is an opportunity for the Lucasfilm Story Group, or whoever sort of controls canon. Surely this is an opportunity for them to say, you know what, we're going to make Knights of the Old Republic canon. We're going, or at least canonize aspects of it. Like, you couldn't canonize the idea that Revan is light side or dark side flexibly, you know what I mean? It's got to be, you know what I mean? He's got to be, how do I phrase this? For the game, he would have to be able to go both ways as he did originally, but they'd have to write a canon that could fit either option. I don't know. It feels like there should be room for it, you know, in the actual canon timeline. Because it's not like they've done anything canonically in that era, to my knowledge. Okay. I say all this because I played KOTOR like 4 years ago to Mythos, maybe 5 now, and I found the controls very clunky and the game just a little bit dated to really enjoy it. But I know Star Wars fans love the story, and it's where I really want the remake to come out so that I can actually engage with the story more. But yeah, it's difficult when you haven't got that natural engagement. Okay, I've got a handful of battles to do still, but I'm probably going to launch a raid once this one's done, just for the fact that I don't mind doing it as a warm-up, but I think we don't need to do a warm-down with Fleet, do we? Looks like Womp's on. Ooh, that was a misplay. I should have gone for the basic. I forgot I was facing Executor. It shouldn't matter too much, but still. Not what you mean to do. Let's stun you. And let's kill you. We should be able to put the bombs out. Have we got an AoE? Just face it. Okay, I'm glad that wasn't as hard hitting as I thought it was going to be. We'll bring this in. Insta-kill that. There we go, heal up there. Do another heal. That brings Slave 1 in, which blows up. I'm going to say Houndstooth down. And we ult. So yeah, a bit of a messy one, but I did get through, so... I'm going to practice that Executor versus Leviathan battle a bit. Ideally, I could do with something that doesn't involve Mark 6. Okay, with that in mind, I've got a couple more to do here, and I'll do them in my own time. So, let's go back here. So, very quick thank yous. We have had, just scrolling down my list, we've had a sub from Beefot Pockets. Thank you very much, Beef. Very much appreciated. We've had a raid from the Burm. Thank you very much, Burm. And we've had a follow from Riddick1, so thank you, Riddick. As I said, we've got Womprat on right now, so we're going to head on over there. That's on YouTube as well, so if you're watching on there, we'll send you that way. I think he's playing Satisfactory, so I'll admit I don't know what that is, but we're going raid in. Alright, folks. Hope you enjoyed the stream. And yeah, the plan is to be back now tomorrow night. So that's, what, about... Is it 18 hours? 18 hours from now, I think. No, it can't be 18 hours. 30 hours. 30 hours from now. Mental arithmetic coming in. Alright, folks. Hopefully I'll see you then. If not, I'll hopefully see you Monday. Until then, bye for now.